Thank you so much for joining me for the weekly intuitive life coaching oracle cards readings. I'm so excited to have you here with me. We're going to be using the intuitive life coaching app to do a weekly overview every Sunday. There are actually four. This is what it will look like if you download it on your phone. This app is available for your iPhone as well as for Android phones. And there are four buttons on the screen. The first one is readings, which takes you into the different readings you can do. You can do a 1 card, a 3 card, or a 5 card reading. And then there's the browse button. And if you have the free version, you'll only see 11 cards, but there's actually 77 in this deck. And then there is the journal, which allows you to save your readings by time and date. And then there's the about, which tells you a little bit more about me and Indigo software. So let's get started. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining me for this week's Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle card reading. This is for the week of February 22nd. Before we get started, I'm really excited to share with you guys that I am going to be offering an online class called Intuitive Reading 101, and that starts March 30th. This is a class I designed to help anyone who's interested in getting out into the world as a professional intuitive reader. And I cover everything from the basics, and we do a ton of practice, all the way up to helping you really get out there as an intuitive reader, out into the world, helping you find clients and all that. I put it all together in one package, and that's why it's 6 weeks, and it will be a very interactive experience. So it'll be every Monday night at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it's a 2-hour class. If you're interested or you want to know more about that, I did post a link at the bottom of the description, and it'll take you to the Facebook event page for this upcoming class. And I will be talking more about this in the upcoming weeks. So if you have any questions, shoot me an email or leave a comment below, and I'd be happy to answer them. We're going to do a 5-card reading for this week. The situation this week is the magic touch. In the emotional challenge, we have empathic. The solution for this week is environment. We did have that last week. The coaching advice is lighten up. And in the potential, we have speak up. So let me go ahead and tune into this energy. I want to tell you, before I even get into the magic touch card, I feel this super empathic energy coming forward. It's like if you're already a sensitive person, times that by 100, because this energy is so sensitive that I feel like it's one of those things where I'm immediately tuned into everything and everyone around me is amplified. And already being a sensitive person, that's super hard. So this week, really, we have to be aware of that. If you find yourself in an emotional roller coaster and things are going up and down and up and down, that is why. It's because for some reason this week we have even more heightened sensitivity. We'll look at that in a minute when we get to that card. But right now we have the magic touch card. It says you're accessing true magic from deep within you. As I tune into this card, the energy around it is amazing. But I have to say that this week it's so interesting that we have so many good things going for us, so many new things happening, so many changes, all this wonderful thing. There are so many things about our life that are going great. And then it's like there's this other half of our life that's not going great. You know, I always say that, and I said this last week, as one door opens, one door closes, so it's a transition. as you're moving into the new, as you're moving into all these new opportunities and all these things you've been waiting for, other things are coming up that don't feel so good. So it's like half and half this week. Half wonderful, half not so wonderful. So try really hard to focus on all the amazing things that are happening for you right now. Try hard to stay in that energy, because like I said, this is also a sensitive energy that we're dealing with, and so our emotions are going to be heightened, and our awareness with other people around us are going to be heightened. All of that is seriously amplified. As far as the magic touch goes, I'm also getting an intuitive message that things are going to start to work for you. So if you've tried things in the past and it didn't work, and let's say maybe in the past you tried to build a business and that didn't work. You had a goal, you tried to write a book and that didn't work, and you put your heart and soul into it, so you gave up. It's like you got knocked off a horse or something and you never got back on to ride again. This week, get back on and ride. This is the week. It's time. You know what? No matter what has happened in the past, don't let that past keep you from moving into the newness that is now in front of you right now. You have to jump back on the horse and ride. It's a really big message because it is going to go right for you now. So if you have that desire, if you have that passion to finally do the things that you've always wanted to do, to take the risk, to have the faith, to move forward, to do what it is you've been called to do, been guided to do, do it. It's time. And the energy is really good for it, because we do have the magic touch, which shows us that everything we do is going to work out for us. And we're moving toward a newness where everything we do, we're making decisions that are based on our highest good and the highest good of those around us as well. You have access to magic all day, every day. Magic is a part of your divine nature. You have magic inside of you. This card shows up for you right now because you have the magic touch. You're accessing true magic from deep within, a well of infinite intelligence that is helping you to create magical events in your life. If you're in a situation that looks hopeless, expect sudden and rapid changes. Okay, that's highlighted right now. If you are in a situation that looks and feels hopeless, expect sudden and rapid changes. These changes are going to be for the greater good of everyone involved. Expect the best and you're going to receive it. Now is a good time for you to start new projects, change employment, or enter into a new partnership. So if you are starting new projects or moving into something new, know that it is going to be wonderful. The emotional challenge, and I feel it right now as I'm tuning into this energy, is the Empathic card. It says you may be confusing other people's energy with your own. You know, I want to talk about what it feels like to be a super empathic right now, because for me, I am aware of who is on the other end of the phone before it rings. And then I am also aware of what whoever is on the other end of the phone, what they're feeling, what they're going through. I am what you would call a super empath. And I know that so many of you are. But being empathic is a wonderful gift, but at the same time, it can overwhelm us if we don't know what is going on. For me, I have trained myself as far as my awareness to understand what is coming into my energy field, and I become aware that it is not mine, but that is something that you have to work toward. And if you aren't aware that you're feeling all of these emotions or depressions or sadness or anxiety or anxiousness or fear, you know, a lot of that might be yours, but a lot of it also has to do with the fact that you're so tuned in to the people around you. I need you to be extra aware of that this week, because the sensitivity is heightened. This card shows up for you today to remind you that you're a highly sensitive person. It's easy for you to get lost in the emotions of others. You have the amazing gift of compassion, but because you can energetically walk in other people's shoes. It may be easy for you to get confused about what is yours and what is someone else's. You may find yourself being easily distracted by other people's problems. If you're not aware of this, you could even take on the energy, emotions, and problems of other people. Everything is made of energy, and you can read it in a very powerful way. This truly is a gift. At the same time, if it is not used correctly, it can feel like a curse. You are being asked to pay special attention to your unique ability to read and feel the energy of the people, situations, and events around you. Learn about this gift, seek out guidance, read books, and develop it in a way that you can use for your highest good and the highest good of those around you. You are not doing anyone any favors by taking on their problems. You can only help people by guiding them gently and lovingly within themselves to listen to their inner voice. You can neutralize the tendency to absorb other people's energies by setting a powerful intention to be aware of this energy, but do not take it on. Do energy checks often and ask yourself if this emotion or feeling is yours, or if it is a product of your environment or the people around you. Your intention creates your reality. Be willing to let go of all that is not yours. Send love to it and gently release it. You have your own emotional energy that needs attention. Don't confuse other people's energy with your own. And solution this week we have environment. It says now is a good time to clear, clean, and declutter your environment. We had this card last week, so this is a big message for this month, apparently. Let me tune into this card. This week is about also, as we're clearing out things in our environment or changing our environment. Maybe we're in a new environment altogether, but also I just got a vision of opening all the windows in your house. And I think I mentioned this last week too, that there's stagnant energy in our homes, and as we're clearing and releasing and all of this intense energy around us, we need to be aware that there might be energy in our house that is needing to be cleared. So one of the best ways to do that is to open your door and your windows and get fresh air for as long as you can leave them open. Obviously, leaving them open when you're at home and just kind of airing out your house is a really easy way to clear the energy in your home. But there's so many ways, and you might want to really look into that this week. Your environment is an outer reflection of what is going on inside of you. Take time out to clear, clean, declutter, and spruce up your environment. Use pleasing aromas such as essential oils and bring out anything that makes you happy. Call on your angels and guides to clear the energy of your environment. Now is a good time to move furniture and hang up new paintings. Your soul is softly whispering to you that it is time for change within your environment. This change could represent moving to a new home. As you take care of your physical world, you are creating space for your inner world. The simple act of taking care of or changing your environment is going to help you to make bigger changes in the near future. And the coaching advice this week is lighten up. So we are trying too hard to make things happen. We are trying too hard to get things done. We are trying too hard. We are caught up in the seriousness of life, and it's time to have fun. I know that I have actually been drawing this card for myself for the last couple of weeks. So whatever you're doing, it's good to be motivated. It's good to be there for everyone else. But at the same time, in order to be healthy, you have to take time out to have fun. You have to let go. You have to laugh. You have to just live and let go and have fun. All of that is really important. Let's look at this card. Also, give me just a second. As I'm tuning into the energy of this card, also I'm hearing, do not take things too personally this week. Like, it's going to be easy for somebody to get underneath your skin. It's going to be easy for somebody to really hurt your feelings or upset you, because I told you the energy's heightened this week. So don't take things too personally. Just allow yourself to just remember the words that I'm telling you as you start to feel the energy being intense or taking things too personally or feeling emotional this week, it is because the energy is very heightened in an emotional way this week. So a big message is don't take things too personally this week. Know that it's not about you. Everybody is having their own problems, their own situations. They're dealing with things that you don't know about. You're dealing with things they don't know about. So nothing is personal. And it's really important for you to remember that. It says you may be overworking, overstressing, and underplaying. Your guides come to you today to tell you that it's time to lighten up. By lighten up, they mean to literally bring in the light by experiencing more joy, laughter, and play. When you do this, it's going to be easier for you to hear them as well as receive divine guidance. In what ways are you taking life too seriously? Find a way to bring joy, laughter, and play back into your life. This situation calls for a big dose of fun. When you stop taking life so seriously, you'll have more time to enjoy it. Life is not meant to be all work and no play. Take time off, relax, and lighten up. This situation calls for it. And the last sentence, take time off, relax, and lighten up. I really am getting a big message. I think I mentioned that at the beginning of this reading about overworking and trying too hard. It's time for us to flow with things and let go and have fun. And the potential card this week, and this goes right along with the sensitive emotional energy that I was talking about, which is speak up. It says your soul is guiding you to stand in your light and speak your truth. So for this week, as we are in a heightened sensitivity awareness as well, and we're going through a lot of change. This is the week. It's not the week for you to hold anything in. This is the week for you to let people know how you're feeling and try really hard to do it like I said, nothing is personal this week. Remember that. But as you're being honest, you're going to be honest with yourself and you're going to be honest with others about what's working for you, what's not working for you, what's bothering you. And next week, I'm feeling the energy is going to be a lot smoother, so don't worry about that if things are a little in emotional upheaval this week. But just being honest with the people around you is going to clear the air, the confusion, and also being honest about things that are really important to you or anything that's been bothering you. Are your words scripted? Do you only say what you think others want to hear? I just got a big message that they're also showing me. The Speak Up card this week is also about being true to who you really are and being your authentic self. Earlier today, actually, I got a message about how we sometimes, without even realizing it, walk around wearing a mask. We pretend to be happy when we're not. We pretend to be what other people want us to be. And we can almost convince ourselves that that's okay, that we're happy with that we're fine with that. But really, we're not happy with that. And we're not fine with that. We are not fine with wearing a mask to please other people. And it's not anything that we're doing conscious. It's more of an unconscious awareness. So we're getting to know ourselves more and more and more. And I know last week I mentioned that sometimes we have holes in our stories. Well, sometimes we have holes in our stories about who we even think we are. When we look deeper, we are so much more than we are aware. We are so much more than we give ourselves credit for. So that is also a huge message for this week. To be true and genuine to who you really are. And to take time to really look at that within yourself this week. Your soul is guiding you to stand in your light and speak up. You have something important to say that needs to be heard. This situation cannot get better if you're holding back and not speaking your truth. Your truth is more than just your words. In what ways do you compromise yourself? Do you deny what you feel, agree to do things that you don't enjoy, or agree with someone in order to keep the peace? This card shows up to tell you that in some ways you have no voice. Your opinions, beliefs, and ways of doing things are taking a back seat to everyone else's. This card could also mean that you have been conditioned to keep your opinions to yourself. Your opinions do matter. Speak up. This situation calls for it. When you do, you will have renewed sense of self, and you may even open doors that were previously unavailable to you. So this week is about clarity, and it does feel like a bit of an emotional week, but also we have so much going for us, so many positive things happening, so many new doors. And in order for us to really kind of balance out all these changes and all these emotions that we're going through, we need to make sure that we have fun and that we're being honest about what we want and who we really are. Thank you so much for listening to this week's Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle Card Reading. My name is Kelly T. Smith, and as always, you can find me at www.intuitivelifecoachingwithkelly.com. Have a wonderful week.